Hi there. This is Olivia Jeske. I'm the showrunner for Soulbound. I just wanted to give a heads up that this episode deals with more serious topics. We always put trigger warnings in the descriptions, and I encourage you to check them out for this one. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Immortal Sky Studios presents Soulbound.
Hey, Jaylin.
Yes? What? Oh, God. Shit.
You alright in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't sound fine.
It's just been really hard to sleep here. With the sun and all. I'm just tired is all.
Right. You still got that recorder on you, I see.
Oh, yeah. And I always will, and you can pry it from my cold, dead hands when you don't like it.
Right. Well, newest supply run just came back from the deck, and they got your paperwork.
Oh. Well, that's good news then, I guess.
Yep. Buttons wants to meet with you to go over it, so, you wouldn't mind heading over there? Best not to keep her waiting.
No escort this time?
I can't go on that side of the planet, and K-Fed is busy.
Why can't you go on that side of the planet?
Well, listen. I'm afraid of the dark.
What? I mean, a big guy like you? You were built for the mines, though, weren't you? Don't you at least have a flashlight or something?
I do, but the fact remains. Still don't want to.
Well, that's fair enough. I'll grab my stuff. Tell Buttons I'll be over there.
And I'll be here when you get back.
Fucking finally. How long does it take to send paperwork anyway? I mean, come on, guy. Hey, Buttons.
It's Doctor. Jaylin. Come in.
I heard my paperwork came in. Was there something wrong with it, or?
No. Everything seems to be in order. You should be free to roam around the compound as needed.
Well, awesome. So, I mean, if that's everything.
Jaylin,
Yeah?
I need to ask you for a favor.
What kind of favor?
I need you to talk to K-Fed. He's not doing well. And I've been told I don't have the best, how did Noah put it, bedside manner. Maybell said talking about everything made him feel at least a little better, and we're at the point where even a little better would be preferred.
K-Fed really didn't want to talk with me last time.
And I doubt he will this time. Maybe don't bring the recorder, though. He'll feel a little more comfortable actually sharing with you.
I mean, I can't really do that. I mean, it's my whole job here. I need to record your stories so people can hear about them, and I can't compromise the mission integrity. Mason would, he can't kill me, I don't think. But he sure as hell can make my life hell.
was a suggestion. Listen, I don't care if you have the recorder with you or not. I'm just trying to look out for my friend, and I think you could help more than I. Just, please. I will owe you one.
Like a favor?
Yes.
Like, say maybe moving my living quarters to a dark part of the base.
Yes, Dr. Glaslow. Like moving your living quarters.
Sold! I will be back in an hour. It can't be that hard, right? All I have to do is talk to the guy, get those room change forms ready for when I get back. Bye! Where is K-Fed, by the way?
He's out by the dam. Take the monorail.
You have a dam?
We need power somehow.
Huh. Alright, well, wish me luck.
Good luck. If you hurt K-Fed at all, I will kill you myself.
I wasn't gonna...
It was a joke, Dr. Glaslow. I don't kill people anymore.
Okay.
Hey, Tiny, what are you doing here?
I'm not... who are you?
Name's Cal, I'm head of security around here. Now the question still stands, why are you here?
Button sent me to talk to K-Fed.
Oh, you must be the researcher everyone keeps talking about. Talking to town here. Something, is it glass top, right?
Yeah, something like that. Could you let me in?
Right, yeah. Give me one moment.
Right, so K-Fed is right this way, and...
Oh my god. He called me tiny? Hey there, little guy.
Really? I can almost guarantee that I'm older than you, and you're pulling the short card? You know, there's planets with inhabitants equally as small as me. Like Calico. They got little bug guys over there, they're adorable. Not as adorable as me, but...
I mean, you're like 5 inches tall.
And I still look better than you, Mr. Eyebags. Funny how that works. Anyway, as I was saying, K-Fed is this way. Try not to touch anything or the scrap warden will get upset.
The who?
Yeah, you'll meet them eventually. So, what did Buttons tell you about the situation?
Not much. Kinda just like... I need you to talk to K-Fed. He's not doing well.
You have been spending a concerning amount of time with them for that good of an impression. Jeez. But, that explanation is vague even for her. Well, here's the actual deal. K-Fed hasn't stopped working for 3 days straight. And, we're worried they'll run out of power soon, but anytime one of us tries to get them to take a break, they just go do a job somewhere else.
What happens if they run out of power?
Oh, they just turn off for a bit. It's unpleasant, but it's not world-ending. The concern is more about why they're doing it. We won't tell any of us, and the only person who might know isn't exactly the talkative type.
Alright. So, my job is just to figure out what's going on, essentially?
Exactly. They should be just right up ahead. I'll be out here in case you need some effective backup.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
K-Fed?
Hi. Jaylin, what are you doing out by the dam? I thought you were on lockdown.
Not anymore, no. The paperwork went through.
Right. Cool. Just touring the dam then. It's pretty great. I'm sure the warden would be willing to give you a tour, but I can't right now. I've gotta fix this pipe, and then...
Actually, I came out here to see you.
Jaylin, I told you I'm not in the right headspace to record my story, or whatever. Plus, I'm working right now. I don't have the time.
Well, it's actually about that. Are you okay?
Of course I'm okay. I'm just busy.
I know you're busy. I just mean, can I ask you why you're in the wrong headspace? Do you want to talk about it?
Not to you.
No. I figured as much. I guess I can just go tell Buttons there's nothing I can do.
Buttons was worried?
I think everyone's worried about you right now.
They shouldn't be. I'm perfectly fine. And getting more work done than ever.
Your work output doesn't determine whether or not you're fine, K-Fed. I think you should take a break.
I don't want to take a break. I don't want to talk to you or the others. I just want to work until my battery dies.
Well, why not just turn your power off for a while instead? You get one of the others to boot you back up when you're ready.
I had Buttons remove my off switch ages ago. Listen, Jaylin, I know you're trying to help, and I know the others are worried, but I can't face this right now. I don't want to talk to anyone.
Okay. Could I at least make a suggestion then?
If it's to take a nap, we don't sleep.
It's not that. It's just that if you don't want to talk to people, you could always try talking to no one.
Like, just to the air?
Sure, if you want. Sometimes I can be helpful, but what I like to do is record myself, if you couldn't guess. That way I can listen back to it later and show it to others when it gets hard to talk to people about what's going on.
I don't have a recorder.
You can borrow mine if you want.
And I don't have to answer any questions? I just have to talk?
Absolutely. I can leave you alone if you want, but you just need to promise that you'll keep my recorder safe.
Okay. I promise. But I might not even use it.
That's fine. You don't have to. But if you do, this button right here turns it on, and then this one right here.
Okay. Is it? I think it's on. The light is on anyway. So, hi. I guess. Future me. Never mind. This was a stupid idea. Okay, take number 2. I feel bad about taking Jaylin's recorder, so I feel like I have to at least try to use it, right? Otherwise I wasted his time and some resources, but he said that I didn't have to use it either, so I guess I I just feel bad. Gods. This was still a stupid idea. It's more than just the recorder, I think. I think I take too much from other people. The recorder is just the most recent version of that. I take up a bunch of the resources we get. I have an electrical imbalance. Buttons found out there was a problem with some of my voltage that was making me feel worse. And I've been treating it with replacement resistors, but they break easily, and we ran out of resistors just in time for this month. And I don't... Sorry! God, sorry. I didn't mean to turn it off, the recorder. I didn't mean to. I promise. It's not as stupid of an idea as I thought it was. It is helping a little bit. I just... Sorry. What I was going to say was that I don't like remembering this month for a lot of reasons. I like being happy, or at least pretending to be happy whenever I can muster it. It's how I was programmed, anyway. K-Fed isn't a real name, or serial number, or whatever everyone else uses. It's just an acronym. Kid-Friendly Edutainment Device. K-Fed. I just haven't had the energy to come up with a new one. We were toys built for Delectatio's merchandise division. Need to teach kids how to spell and write and be creative. And that part was fun. I really liked being a toy. I've still got a bunch of stickers stuck to my leg from my kid. It was fun for us. Getting to play around with the kids. When I say us, I mean me and my brother. He was also named K-Fed, and we weren't really brothers, but we were bought at the same time by the same household for their twin kids, so I'll call him Teddy for now. It feels right. Now, the problem with kids is that they always grow up, right? And when we weren't needed anymore, the family donated us to a second-hand store. We were bought up by an antique shop on Patchwork a few dozen years later. Some kind of mechanical history buff who had been looking for our models. And we stayed there for another dozen years or so, and I never felt anything through all that time. We were programmed to tell kids that we loved them. But we never really did. We were toys, after all. We weren't built to think and feel. We were built to withstand hugs and to be covered in stickers and stains. We were made to be loved and to give the illusion of loving them back. And then, one day, Teddy and I had been sitting on a shelf collecting dust, and he turned to me and he said, "I love you." And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he gave me a hug. I was programmed to hug him back, so I did. But I reasoned at the time that maybe his wiring was getting old, and he had mistaken me for a kid. I didn't say anything back, and I didn't feel anything back despite the years we had spent together, because I didn't feel anything yet. And I know what he meant now. I know now that he had become like the rest of the robots here. But at the time, how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know that he was really, truly alive? I didn't know. Every day after that, he'd smile and drag me around the store, bringing me on adventures, trying to get me to feel something I never did. We went dancing to the old music boxes, running in circles to the beat, lights flashing in tune. But that's just how I was programmed to play with the kids. Dance with them, make them feel wanted. He would read me books he'd found around the store, and I would listen as I had been made to do. And he kept trying. He kept trying to get me to feel something, to be like him, and it never worked. I tried to be what he wanted, but he could always tell there wasn't something quite right. He'd say, "I love you," and I would say, "I love you too," in the same stock recorded voice line I was programmed to have. But he still loved me even if I didn't, even if I couldn't. Even if I couldn't love him back at the time. There's this saying. It goes around the universe pretty often. Why don't we just turn off the power? And that's what they did. To Teddy, I was always in better condition than him. My kid had been a little kinder and a little gentler. So when the store clerk thought our maintenance costs were getting too high, she picked me to keep and Teddy to scrap for parts. And that would have been this month. In 2 days. That's when it happened. I don't like to remember that day. I don't like to remember the way he begged. The way the clerk at the counter carried him away, kicking and screaming, confirming to her that he was malfunctioning. don't like to remember the way he begged me for help. The way his hands dug into the metal of my arm, trying to hang on to the shelf we were kept on. Trying not to go. I don't like the way that halfway to the back room, he stopped struggling. But most of all, I don't like to remember the way that I did nothing. I just sat on a shelf and watched as they took my brother away to disassemble him. And that's bad enough, right? That should be the end of the story. It shouldn't get any worse than that, but this is the part I think about the most. There used to be this planet called Earth, and Tissue had a big stash of their media that it used to market. Animated movies, books. But the folk stories and myths are the ones I was programmed to tell kids. And there's this one about a boat. The ship of Theseus. They used Teddy's parts to fix me whenever I broke down. Kept them in a box beside me. And after that day, I broke down often. I don't know how much of this body is mine, and how much of it was his. When they talk about the ship of Theseus, they'd never think about what the boat might consider itself once all its parts have been replaced. My first emotion was disgust. Disgust in myself for what I am and what I allowed to happen. I didn't even mean to come here. I didn't mean to come to Last Stand. My plan was to take my little box of spare parts and rot away in a scrapyard where no one would give a shit about me. To put myself into a trash compactor and die. To let us both die. That was 10 years ago, or will be in 2 days. Debug caught me before I could enact my plan. They talked me into coming here, and it was... I don't know. I don't want to die anymore. For the record, I do like being alive. There's so many things I've gone to do, and so many things I've tried that Teddy recommended. I got to dance when I got here. Kalida threw me a party, and I got to spend time with everyone here, and finally talk to other people like me, like too. And Buttons, as scary as she is, got to talk to me about how we sourced the spare parts so I didn't panic whenever I had to replace something. And I do really like it here. But every so often around this time of year, I start to feel bad again, and without any resistors, it's just been a bad couple of weeks. I'll feel better soon enough. every time I look in the mirror right now, I see him. Not me. And it's been easier to focus on work than my thoughts. But I do think I needed this. I think I needed to talk about it with someone. Or with no one, I guess. I think I'm tired. I think I'm going to go take a break and hang out with Nell. But I guess thank you for listening, little recorder.
So Kvid gave me back my recorder, and it is still in working condition, so good news on that front, I guess. I haven't listened to anything they recorded. They never said if I could, so I decided against testing fate. I told Buttons about the plan, and she seemed skeptical, but I should be getting a new room sometime soon. She also gave me a recording from Tele, of all people. So I guess I have that to look forward to. But I don't think I'd be able to process anything if I tried. I am gonna find some thick blankets and cover the windows and try to actually sleep. So, for now, this is Doctor Jaylin Glaslow signing off. Good luck out there.
Today's episode featured the voices of Gracie Armour as Nolan Void, Akira Supalana Mix as Dr. Jaylin Glaslow, Olivia Jeske as Dr. Buttons, Chris KL as Cal, and, as per usual, a mysterious third party as Kfed. This episode was written, edited, and produced by Olivia Jeske, who also made our theme music and cover art. Follow us for updates on Instagram at the Soulbound Series or email us at thesoulboundseries@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.